Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nasty Diction Garage. We're going to be jumping into the Toyota front end reassembly. We're going to move on to part 6 now. We did get some tie rods in, install everything today that we do have, and keep going forward, guys. I can't wait to finish this front end just because it's getting that much closer to looking complete. So guys, let's jump into today's episode. Alright, if you guys are just tuning in, our last episode we did put together finally the other carbon fiber door. If you guys are not familiar, if you guys go back and check out some of my episodes, I did get some carbon fiber doors in from Ying over in Malaysia, I believe. These carbon fiber doors are pretty cool. They are working so far as putting things back on and in the OEM spot. It did take some work. Believe me, guys, this is not just a plug and play type of deal. You know, I had to do a lot of dremeling. I had to do a lot of reconstructing in certain areas where you need to mount things, but it wasn't horrible. You know, there's still some things that I gotta finish. Like I gotta drill this out here and replace it with a M6 riv nut just so that I could do the same thing I did here. But guys, this is kind of what we did in the last episode. So we're gonna move now back to the front end. I did get a couple things in. We have here our titanium bolts. So our titanium bolt that goes right down there, so it's gonna fit right in here, right through here. That's gonna allow us, this was the old one, by the way. Look at how disgusting that is, huh? This is old, this is new. I'm not a big fan that it is, hold on, let me focus this thing. Not a huge fan that it's silver. It's still titanium, so what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some of this this map torch here that I have and probably turn it a different color. I'm going to heat it up a little bit and do it that way. I do have the black washers, so at least the washers are black, so it'll be either, at worst case scenario, burnt titanium and black, which doesn't look horrible. But we can now move forward and install the front control arms. So I'm super excited about that because I do want to install those. We're going to be doing that today, and we're also going to be installing these beauties right here. So we got the tie rods in. So we're going to add the tie rods, and everything's going to be mocked up, but we're not going to tighten everything up. Let's see, I got these that need to be attached to the tie rods as well. I also got in the plugs for the headlights. So remember, I needed to do the H4 to the H11. These are going to be to the headlights that I got. So we're going to be plugging one here, and we're going to plug one there. We're just going to keep it plugged in so then we know that we have it at least. And then lastly, we're going to put the bellows on for the tie rods after we install those. Okay, guys? So let's jump into the episode and let's go. All right, so first things first, we're going to do the tie rods. And I got this really cool, neat tool that helps me remove this, that I got it from Harbor Freight, and it works beautiful for this. So it's this thing. It's called the inner tie rod removal tool. So basically it has a ratchet ending, and you get to change the different clips here. As you see that there's clips here that you can interchange, remove, or slide, which are going to be these guys. 1 second. Which are going to be these guys. So these guys are all different millimeters, so that all depends on what gets in between or what fits in between your tie rod. So we're going to go ahead and use these, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about as far as using it. This tool makes it way easier to remove any type of tie rod. As you can see, they have multiple different sizes, so we're going to choose the right size for this tie rod, and we're going to plug it out. But what we first got to do is go ahead and remove this little zip tie and remove this bellow and stuff like that. We're going to pull that out because we got a new one. All right, I'm going to put you guys on the camera stand just so I can get this done real quick, nice and smooth, and I'll show you guys exactly how it's supposed to be done. Guys, you seen what I did. This actually works really well. So the piece that I did use, the size that I did use is, let me see, whatever that is, 1 3/16. So that works perfectly fine over the tie rod joint here. So this is kind of what I did in case you guys couldn't see. So I took this piece, goes right in here, kind of locks into place as you guys can see. And what happens now is that you take this piece of this tool and you kind of fit it right over here. So it locks into this groove. You go ahead and then lock this kind of mechanism here, kind of locks it into place, and you start twisting. So the end of this has a ratchet piece, so that's going to be a lot easier for you to just crank at it and get it out, guys. So now that you guys seen what I did, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and let's get the other side done so then we can install these new ones. Let's go. Seen that was relatively easy to remove. I'm super excited now that we are on to the next step, and we're going to go ahead and now install the new tie rods. We're going to go ahead and use the same fancy little tool to do that. We're just going to test what size the collar is of the tie rod. I think it's one of these. I'm not too sure, but I'm only guessing. These are the wider ones that I do have. So we're going to go ahead and measure these really quickly. Let me take them out of the package, measure them, and then we'll go from there. Guys, so for these tie rods, the size is 1 3/16. So that actually fits around the collar perfectly well. So just like this, it fits. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these. All right, I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse now that we got the correct size of the collar. I'm gonna go ahead and install these in their proper positions, and we'll move on from there. So let's go. Everybody, so we got these bad boys locked in place right now. So as you guys seen, I used that pretty fancy tool. It worked great. So now what we're gonna do now is go ahead and attach the bellows, and the bellows are these plastic kind of covers that I got right here. We're gonna attach these guys. Let me open them up for you, and we'll check them out. If you were not sure what the bellows were to the MR2, these are it. These are the rubber pieces that actually protect the inner tie rod, just so then that grease that they put to keep the arm articulating smoothly, this kind of protects that. So it looks like it came with some zip ties. We're going to go ahead and use these zip ties to install this. This is a really simple job, guys. So all we're really going to do is go ahead and push this all the way back to that first lip right there. That allows you to go ahead and zip tie this to that, and then you go ahead and zip tie this front end to, there's a little joint right there, there's a little groove, I don't know if you can see it. That groove there is where you go ahead and zip tie this piece to. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward to that. We have these bolts here, or these nuts rather. These nuts here are to help tighten the other piece that connects to the spindle. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put these on. No specific orientation as far as putting those on, but we're gonna have to put those on after we put the bellows. So and once we do that, we're going to go ahead and attach the other arm that attaches to that, and then we're going to go ahead and install the lower control arms, which I'm super excited about, because if you guys didn't see in the last episode, we did install some of the polyurethane bushings that it came out phenomenal. So as you guys can see, these things look great. I'm super excited to install them because I did it. So it was great. I'm not super excited about the polyurethane. been having them, so I figured that I'd use them. But I wanted a different type of bushing to go inside there. But we'll talk about that on another day. But we're going to go ahead and install these just for now, just because I do want this car moving. So we're going to go ahead and install both these two pieces, and we're going to go ahead and move forward, guys. So let's go. Alright everybody, what you guys seen me do was install the bellows, the tie rod, and tie rod ends. So I'm super excited because this looks super good. I did do the passenger side as well, and this one is installed. I still got to clip those zip ties just so then we can make them nice and flush. But we're moving on to the lower control arms now, guys. So finally we're moving on to the lower control arms. I'm finally excited to be at this point, just because now soon we'll be able to attach the spindles and this whole calipers and all that stuff, and then finally put the wheels and at least put the front end down as we work our way down towards the middle and then going on to the rear. But let's go ahead and move forward and install these lower control arms. I do have the titanium bolt, so we will be using titanium. I'm going to see how it looks with the black washer. I'm kind of skeptical. I'm just not a fan of the silver titanium. I'm either a black titanium type of guy or even a burnt titanium. So I don't know. I might use one of those torches I got over there on the side and torch one of these heads to see how burnt titanium looks with a black collar. Not sure yet, guys, but this is the OEM bolt. This is the new titanium bolt. We're going to go ahead and move forward and install that lower control arm. So let's go. Alright everybody, so we installed the lower control arm. Finally, now it looks good with the titanium. Actually, you know, I was gonna burn that head of that titanium bolt, but I'm actually liking how it looks, and as you guys can see there, it looks pretty slick. I'm totally okay with it, so I think I'm gonna keep it. But look at how nice this looks. This looks phenomenal. I'm super excited on how this all came out. Lastly, all I gotta do is clip these little ties. But I'm going to do that off camera. That's nothing that needs to be recorded. But guys, look at this. Look at this. This is coming out so nice, so well. This is coming out from a long ways. If you guys seen how it was in the beginning, you guys can see how it is now, and it's a total difference. It's coming out phenomenal. We also did do the driver's side as well, and again, it looks phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it. I'm super excited on the control arms. I'm not going to connect anything else just because we still got a couple things to do, so I'm not going to go all ham and try to tighten everything to spec, but I did tighten the lower control arms to the spec, which are 87 foot-pounds. If I'm not mistaken, let's see, front, yes, yeah, 87 foot-pounds. So that's what I tightened them to, so I'm just glad those are on, and I at least know that those can handle whatever needs to be done. You know, I could lightly tighten everything else if I need to, but I'm not going to go that far just yet because we have a lot more to do. So guys, thank you again for watching. Lower control arm install, I guess, with full front end suspension on an update to our Toyota MR2 front end reassembly. Oh, that was a mouthful. But guys, thank you again for tuning in and checking out the episode. I am super grateful for every single one of you guys. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys go down to the links down below to check out the Nasty Addiction merch store, guys. It does help me a ton if you guys buy merch from the store. That money does go to the channel and helps me continue doing things that I love doing in this garage, guys. So yeah, guys, you guys gotta go tune in to the next episode. The next episode is gonna be just as good. We're gonna go ahead and move forward with the rest of the suspension, but I got a little setup first. I got a question for you guys all, but that's gonna have to wait to the next episode, guys. So again, thank you for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and again, thank you again to every single one of my subscribers. So take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.